we say good morning to you, or actually good afternoon. We're live here in an abbreviated show in studio today on this cold, cold day. And, of course, it's 22 degrees outside right now, and it feels like a heat wave after what we went through last night. It was down to, 1 or 2 degrees, and the wind chill is below zero, so 22 degrees feels okay. It's going to be up in the 30s today. It'll feel like taking your coat off, running around with your T-shirt on, but we are not out of the woods yet. Apparently got some more snow and some more wintry weather coming in on Friday, so we'll see. But there's no basketball tonight. There's no school today. All the systems are down, understandably so. We're here in studio for a few minutes. We're just going to kind of do an abbreviated show. We'll be back in full throttle at 11 o'clock tomorrow, Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on People Street, right down from Best Buy. And then we'll turn around and be back at Port Travis Deli on Thursday, and we'll kick off the weekend, final weekend of January, which is hard to believe. We'll be at Food City in Gray. So going to be here just for a few minutes today, talk a little sports. There's some stuff going on. Obviously, there's always sports going on. So, but Daco, it just gets thicker and deeper and whatever you want to, how you want to call it. So it's going to be the topic. That plus the Buffalo Bills have a new coach. That's going to be our lead, and so we'll do that right after this. Let's hit a national anthem, get it going. Hello, Axel Steins. Axel Steins shines. Hello to his daddy, too, watching the show. So appreciate you kids. Again, we'll do an abbreviated show. We'll be here for 25 or 30 minutes and come back tomorrow. But there's lots going on to tell you about. So we'll come back in earnest tomorrow with a full show from Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So let's get it going. How about a national anthem? Every day is a good day to play the national anthem in the Bible verse. So the national anthem would be from who? How about Gabe Short of the Tom Taylor Sports Show? Again, we're live in studio on show number 2434.
And oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And so there you go. There's your national anthem, again by our buddy Gabe Short, who can flat sing, obviously. Let's give you the verse today. I always dedicate our show, brief as it may be today, but show's the show, and Bible verse is a Bible verse. So always a good time, never a bad time to give credit to the Lord. It goes like this. Psalms 48:14 says, again, on this old snowy Tuesday. Let's get down to where it's at. There we go. Psalms 48:14 says, for this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide even to the end. I added, thank you, God, that we can depend on you anytime and all the time, and you are always there to guide us. Psalms 48:14, the verse of the day. New coach in Buffalo, the Bills pick up and they hire from within Joe Brady, the new head coach for Buffalo, expected to sign a 5-year deal. Brady replaces Sean McDermott, who was fired last week after the Bills were eliminated by the Broncos. We got a story about that in a minute, about the Broncos. And special teams in the kicking game always is a big deal. And we're going to make a point of that here in just a second. Anyway, he got fired last week. We know that. McDermott spent 9 seasons as head coach. Joe Brady has been with the Bills since 2022. Most recently, the full-time offensive coordinator for the last 2 seasons for Buffalo. So he's now the head coach, signed him to a 5-year deal. So they're going to hire and did hire from within. So the Bills have a new man. So that's one more off the table. That leaves who now? The Browns, the Raiders, and the Cardinals. Is that right? Yes. Is that correct? Is that 3 left? Cleveland, the Raiders, and the Cardinals. And the Browns. Or did the Browns hire somebody? The Browns hired somebody? Gosh, I can't remember. It's been a whirlwind. I have to double check. I can't remember if they did or not. But anyway, I know for 3 for sure would be the Raiders, the Cardinals, and the Browns. I think that's it. I'll double check here during the break. All right. Let's get to college basketball. New top 25 poll out. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Charles Bediako. Old Bediako. Played on Saturday against Tennessee. We know that. They lost. He had 13 points in 25 minutes. The 10-day court order issued by the local judge was set to expire today. Oh, you're going to be surprised on this one. It's the good old boys. The judge extended the temporary restraining order for another 10 days. Due to travel issues for the attorneys representing NCAA, couldn't get in Alabama because of weather. I get that to a point. So instead of putting on holding, saying we're going to put in a holding pattern until we meet again, we'll give another 10 more days. So that'll put it on February the 6th, allowing him to play tonight against Missouri at Florida on Sunday. And their coach says, we want him to come. We're going to beat him anyway. He shouldn't be playing, but we're going to beat him anyway. I love it. And Texas A&M on February the 4th. So he gets a chance to play in 3 more games before he even finds out if he can continue to play. So if Alabama wins those games, they didn't against Tennessee, they win tonight or they win any of these games, and they don't let him come back on a permanent basis, do they forfeit the wins? I say yes. But he's going to get to play. So they could have easily said, look, just for the betterment of the sport, we're going to put you on hold till we get the attorneys in town. We understand the weather was awful up in the Northeast. We got it. So we're going to wait and we're just going to let you wait, put you in a holding pattern, and then we'll come back and review it later. They didn't do that. They said he can play. In fact, they extended it 10 more days. So he's going to play. He's in. Guarantee it. He is in. All right. He signed multiple NBA contracts. He's been away from college basketball for 3 years. So this will set a precedent. I've said this for weeks. That's what this story says, too. Or not weeks, but days. It's been a couple of weeks since things have been rolling. It's going to change college basketball and college sports as we know it. Because this is going to further erode the NCAA's ability to govern college basketball and college sports. It's not going to be able to do it. So college basketball rosters continue to change and skew in a more professional direction. This is going to end up being, it already is to a point, a minor league for the NBA. And of course, do you hear the NBA say anything? You know, we ought to know for the integrity of the sport. Blah, blah. No, they don't care. They don't give a rip. So it's better for them. But that's where it's going. I mean, it's there for all intents and purposes. The decision made by local judge James Roberts Jr., a Tuscaloosa County Circuit judge, allowed him to play on Saturday. His decision drew criticism after it was revealed he is listed as a donor, University of Alabama's athletic department. And a big donor, 6-figure donor. So, anyway, he's now extended to play till February the 6th. He will play. He is on the team. He is in the roster. On the roster, he's on the team. He's in the fold. He's there. He's not going away. So you can sit back and watch. College sports as we know it, in my opinion, will go completely gone because this is going to wipe it out. Now, in a similar situation, Trinidad Chambliss' his court hearing coming up will be, when's that going to be? On February the 12th in Pittsburgh, Mississippi. So Trinidad Chambliss, the Ole Miss quarterback, who wants another year of eligibility, wants to play again. And again, petitioned NCAA, and they told him no, so he's suing them. So their hearing is coming up, or his hearing is coming up on February the 12th in Calhoun County Courthouse in Pittsburgh, Mississippi. So there you go. So he will get it. He'll be in too. Hello, Tyrell Johnson. How you doing? So Bediako's in. This guy, Trinidad Chambliss is in. And as I'm telling you, you mark it on January 27th. College sports as we know it is gone when these guys get a chance to play. And again, the judge, the NCAA could have, or the judge could have said with Badaco, just park it till we get a chance to get these attorneys in town. But he said, no, not only did not park it, I gave him 10 more days to play. So he's in. All right, top 25. I think I made my point. And it's not going away, and it's going to open up the barn door. It'll never get closed back, ever. Will they ever be able to go back? Because anybody, all right, Joey Aguilar, if he gets told no by NCAA at the UT, what's he going to do? He can turn right around if he wanted to, go get attorneys and go, look, if Trinidad Chambliss can do it, Badaco can do it, I can do it. So, and all of a sudden, the rules that you put into place mean nothing. If you have an attorney, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, a bigger and badder attorney that can outdo and outmaneuver and out whatever the NCAA and whomever, then you're going to win. So there are no teeth in the laws and the rules in NCAA now, and they ain't going to get any better. So, just, as I said, college sports, as we know, it's getting ready to go by the boards. It already has to a point. But they're going to meet on February the 6th to go back to this ruling again with Badaco. I got no qualms with the guy. None. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me. Having qualms with Alabama. I have qualms with the integrity of the sport. And that's what's going on. We're getting ready to lose. Fisherman's Friends time. And we're getting ready to lose that. So if we haven't already, we're getting ready to lose it because, I mean, there's no guardrails now. I mean, this guy's been in the NBA. Signed NBA contracts, was gone from college basketball for 3 years, and waltzes right back in as playing. He'll play tonight. Why would he not? He's a 7-footer. He can contribute. What, had 13 points in 25 minutes? Hello, Glenn McQueen. How you doing, sir? So, yeah, he's going to – and so when they asked Nate Oates, which I loved his response, he didn't say anything about eligibility. He just talked about how he can be a big influence, big help in our team going down the stretch. Made – no reference to the ruling at all. It's all basketball oriented. The X's and O's, if you will. Okay. So you can thank Nate Oates in a roundabout way for the demise of college basketball. Put it squarely on his shoulders. He could have said, he's not playing until we get this thing figured out. But, this Fisherman's Friends are good. But, he's in a performance-based business, and the Alabama fan base want to win, and so they're going to put him out there on the floor. But Coach Oates could have said, no, he's not playing. This is not right. Much as I hate to sacrifice, the betterment of my team, this is not right, but he didn't do that. So, top 25, new polls out. Arizona, who almost got beat last night, had to hang on to beat BYU 86-83 to stay unbeaten. They're number one. Let's see. Arizona, all 60 first-place votes. So the pollsters think this team is the team. Number 1, Arizona. Number 2, UConn this week. Number 3, Michigan. Number 4, Duke. Number 5, Nebraska. That's going to change tonight. Michigan and Nebraska square off in Ann Arbor. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Gonzaga, number 6. Michigan State, number 7. Iowa State, number 8 this week. Illinois, number 9. And number 10, the Cougars of Houston. At number 11, Texas Tech, Purdue 12th, BYU ranked 13th this week. Kansas 14th, Arkansas's men are 15th. North Carolina 16th, Virginia 17th, Vanderbilt 18th, Florida is 19th, and Louisville, the Cardinals, who got beat last night by Duke, got run off the floor, got beat by 31. Whoa. Wow. They got hammered. They're 20th. St. Louis is 21st, Clemson 22nd, Alabama, the Crimson Tide at number 23. 24 is Miami of Ohio, and 25 is Rick Pitino's St. John's Ball Club. Tennessee at number 26, right on the cusp. Kentucky 27th and Georgia 28th if you're going into the others receiving votes. Tennessee's right on the cusp. They're at Georgia tonight. Actually, they moved that game to tomorrow night. Tennessee and Georgia tomorrow night. But both those teams now are unranked. Georgia falling out of the polls. So, having said that, who plays where tonight? Abbreviated show. We're live here in studio. Tomorrow, back at Chick-fil-A, full throttle, 11 to 1. We'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City on People Street, ready to roll. Thursday, we'll be at Poor Trav's Deli with the best steamed sandwiches in America, in my humble opinion. And then on Friday, we'll kick off the weekend at Food City on a Food City Friday in Gray. All right, so the big game tonight is the big game tonight. It's big. As Barney told Andy, it's big, 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 big. Number 3 Michigan, 18-1, will host undefeated Nebraska at 20-0. That'll be happening tonight in Ann Arbor. So Ann Arbor will be rocking tonight. Number 7 Michigan State plays at Rutgers. Number 2 UConn, the Huskies, hosting Providence tonight. 23rd ranked Alabama hosting Missouri, as we said, and he will play. Shouldn't play. Again, I go back to it, and I'm going to pound this drum. They were supposed to meet yesterday. They didn't. They suspended the hearing because the attorneys from NCAA couldn't get in because of the weather from the Northeast. I get that. But instead of putting it on hold and saying, okay, we're going to wait till they get in here to do this, the judge said, let him play 10 more days. We're just going to extend it. So the temporary restraining order for Badako will now go to February the 6th, which allows him, as said earlier, to play 4 more games, including tonight's game. Todd Golden, the coach at Florida, said he shouldn't be playing, and that's okay. When they come to Gainesville on Saturday, we're going to beat him anyway, whether he's on the floor or not. Ooh, I like it. Get after him. So Nate Oates is at fault for this. Never met the man. He may be the greatest guy in the world, but the coach of Alabama could have said, no, number one, we're not going to do this because it's going to open up the barn door for the integrity of college sports in a negative way. And he said he could have said no. He didn't because he wants to win. And I get that to a point, but, you look at it, what is, at the end of the day, what is right? And this is not right. Guy played pro ball, he came back, it's not right. But anyway, the coach could have said no. He didn't. The judge could have put him on hold, the hearing on hold. Not only did he not put it on hold, he gave him 10 more days to play. Now, the NCAA wants a new attorney, so it's a good old boy network, and it is. It's a judge in Tuscaloosa County who is a donor to the Alabama program, athletic program, to the tune of 6 figures. I mean, talking about a kangaroo court, there it is. But I fault Nate Oates as much as anybody, the coach. He may be a great guy, and I'm sure he is a great guy. And he's in a position to win ball games, and I get that too. But you're going to win the battle, but America and college sports, in my opinion, is going to lose the war. Now, you may say I'm dead wrong, and that's okay, but I don't think so. Because we went through this scenario yesterday. I'm a hot rod football player at Marshall, 1,000-yard runner, big man on campus. This is a hypothetical. I get drafted in the NFL. Well, let's go to the NBA. Okay, I was a hot rod college basketball player, which I could play back in the day, but I can't now, obviously. Well, I can, but not to that. How about not to that level? I can still get out there and mix it up with them. Anyway, I'm a hot rod all-time leading scorer Marshall basketball, hypothetical. Get drafted to the NBA, don't play anywhere. Just kind of get kicked around here for a while, there for a while. So then I can come back to Marshall and be a big man on campus. Got paid a little bit. I was okay. Made all right when I was the basketball player in the NBA. Didn't get paid much. Got paid okay. But now you go back to college, NIL, and I go back into Huntington and be a big man on campus again. And my buddy who runs the restaurant chain in XYZ restaurant chain in Huntington says, you come back, we're going to put you on billboards, we're going to pay you a boatload of money to come back and play because you can come back and play again for us. And that's what's going to happen. You can say it's not, but it already is with Badako. So it is that which it is. But to me, it's just a sad day because it's going to – and anybody that – well, look at Trinidad Chambliss. The NCAA told him no, and he's suing them. He'll win. You wait and see. That's in February, the 12th or the 7th, whenever it is. They're going to have the hearing to grant his eligibility. Joey Aguilar will win his suit, too, if he wants to. Because if he doesn't get what he wants, he'll go get him an attorney. And I totally understand that. Let's see where it is here. February the 12th will be Chambliss's hearing in Mississippi in front of a local judge who happens to be a graduate of the Mississippi Law School. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, we can beat this horse all day long. Bottom line is just as my mama used to say, just sit back and watch, and that's what's going to happen. So, and I think it's a shame because it's going to ruin college athletics because it's not just going to, it's the ripple effect. It's not just the NBA and college basketball, college football, college baseball. And I saw somebody the other day jokingly said, go get Hooker and bring him back to play another year at UT. Well, it sounds silly, but it's not silly. I mean, he's bounced around the NFL. I mean, he's done okay. But he can easily come back. You know, you go back and get Dobbs. I mean, you go back and get any of these guys. I mean, you laugh and say it's silly, but it's not, because you're watching what's happening. The guy left who's gone for 3 years, went to the NBA, he's coming back and playing. The Alabama coach said, yeah, he can play. No, you can't play. But he's playing. All right, what else? Let's run down through this again and get on with it. Kentucky playing at 18th ranked Vanderbilt tonight. 24th ranked Miami of Ohio hosting UMass. 12th ranked Purdue plays in Indiana, men's top 25 play. St. Louis, 21st ranked St. Louis hosting George Washington. 23rd ranked Alabama hosting Missouri. Wouldn't that be great if Missouri went in and knocked them off? Tennessee did. They had the guy on the floor. I mean, 13 points in 25 minutes is okay. I thought it was great. So I appreciate Rick Barnes. He stayed above it. He's not said much about it. He just went in and let the scoreboard do the talking. So, but it is wrong for college sports, not just basketball. Be a ripple effect. All right, I'm done. 15th ranked Arkansas tonight at Oklahoma. 17th ranked Virginia at Notre Dame. And number 7, Michigan State at Rutgers. But the big one tonight, again, as we said, undefeated Nebraska at 20-0. Number 5 in the country, the New Poles, will be at number 3 tonight, Michigan, who's 18-1 in Ann Arbor. So that'll be a good one, and we'll tell you tomorrow when we're at Chick-fil-A how that goes. All right? We're here live again in studio, an abbreviated show. We, again, enjoying the cold weather, and I'm saying that tongue-in-cheek. Looks like another system's coming our way, I think, by the end of the week, so we'll see how that goes. But we'll enjoy what we got now. It's warmed up. Again, 22, 23 degrees, feels like a heat wave. And so it is to a point. It's warmer than it was last night. Man, oh, man. It was bone-chilling cold last night. I sat here and I thought, in my warm home, my lights are on, my water's running, and I thought, those poor people out on the streets trying to stay warm. I mean, even now, 22 degrees seems warmer than it was last night, but still. So we all ought to roll up our sleeves and help out whatever homeless shelters out there. I know in Carter County, it's Keep Carter Cozy at I never can remember the name, Harmony Free Will Baptist Church with Pastor Brandon Young. We ought to say, what do you need? We'll bring you peanut butter, bring you Pop-Tarts, we'll bring you whatever perishables, they're looking for socks and toboggans and gloves for these people coming in off the street, trying to stay warm for the night. They feed them the next morning, get up and they cook them a breakfast before they send them back out, before they go back out. So we all ought to roll up our sleeves and go, how can we help these people? There's the Care House in Kingsport. They're under the umbrella of Higher Ground Baptist Church. Salvation Army's in each town. So I sat here last night and thought, wow, here I am. And there they are. And again, now some of them choose to be out there. I don't understand that, but they do. And some of them are out there because they got dealt a bad deck of cards. And can you imagine trying to stay warm last night, rolled up somewhere on a park bench or in a corner of back on when the wind's in the corner, back in a front door someplace, curled up in the corner trying to stay warm? So anyway, all right, we talk all the time about special teams. Makes decisions in football games. You had a muff punt the night in the championships in the AFC championship game. The AFC won, of course, by the New England Patriots. Broncos kicker Will Lutz missing 2 field goals. Most critical coming in the fourth quarter. 4th and 5 from the 28, so sent him out for a 45-yard kick in the snow. Missed it. Of course, it was blocked by New England's Leonard Taylor, so he very much missed it. Broncos holder Jeremy Crawshaw may have lined up a yard close in the line of scrimmage and should have because he couldn't see where it was on the ground because of the snow. Lutz says, unfortunately, couldn't see the lines on the field, and honestly, I think we might have been a yard short on the snap. Can't see the lines on the field. We had to kind of estimate, and a guy comes through and it was blocked. So there you go. There's that one. He missed 2 field goals in what was a disastrous day for kickers. New England's kicker missed 2 attempts. So Lutz also missed a 54-yard attempt in the first half where the weather turned bad. The first half was like a day in the park in Denver. The second half, not so much. Lutz, 28 out of 32 on the season with the Broncos, missed 2 biggies in the game that he had to have them and didn't do it. So it was, again, you go back to special teams. I always say that, and I was right. And you go back to line play and who protected who, and the teams that protected the quarterbacks in those 2 games are now going on to the Super Bowl. So anyway, the kicking game was a biggie, and so it was snowing so hard they couldn't see where they were on the field. And so they lined up a yard closer to the center in the line of scrimmage, given, in this case, Leonard Taylor. I have no clue who this man is, but he blocked blocked the field goal. And so, kicking game, big in that game. And the weather was big. We said here last week and said weather wasn't going to be a factor. Well, this apparently, according to everything I've read, this was kind of a fluke. I mean, they thought the weather was going to stay the way it was in the first half. They were not anticipating the snow because it came out of basically nowhere in Denver. Remember we talked about the weather. It was not going to be a factor. It was going to be in the 40s in Denver. It's almost like a summer day in Denver in the winter, being in the 40-degree range. And it was in the first half. Second half, it changed, of course, and it affected the outcome of the game. The weather and special teams or lack thereof. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a break. Come right back. Got some baseball news. And let's see what else we got. Got something else down there we want to tell you about. Oh, we got some NASCAR news cranking up this weekend. Yeah, it's here. 19 days away from the Daytona 500, and you are spring training baseball. Yes, that gives us hope. Think spring. We got more snow coming, they're telling us this weekend. Possibility anyway. Think spring. And so when I hear spring training is getting ready to start for Major League Baseball, yeah, it's going to be down in the warm area. Although it wasn't all that warm down in Florida. It's pretty cold down there, too. However, it's a blip on the screen there. It's going to warm back up in Florida and Arizona where the spring training occurs. So pitchers and catchers reporting a lot of the teams on the 11th. Today is the 27th. We've got 4 days left this month. Yeah, you're about 2 weeks out. 2 weeks away or thereabouts for baseball spring training. Yeah. Which means spring's coming, which means summer's coming. And so I was telling somebody yesterday, we get to the summer and it's 95 degrees and 95% humidity and they're complaining about the heat. I may just knock them out. I may just deck them. Are you kidding me? Last night it was down to whatever it was, down to 1 or 2 degrees and the wind chill was below 0. We got more of that coming this week too. And look, we got February as well. We're not out of the woods yet. May stretch the imagination. One of our biggest snows ever was, the blizzard of 93 was in, March? So we're not out of the woods, but every day is a day closer to spring. So think spring. We'll talk baseball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show right after this from Advanced Heat Pump Systems.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethan Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get to know our family here at Elizabethan as we are seeking to be more like our Lord every day. We're no perfect people, but we're a people that love the Lord and love you. We'd love to get to know you. If you'd like to join us, our times are at 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabethancoc.org.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
And And back with the Tom Dillon Sports Show again on this cold Tuesday. Back at it tomorrow, regular time, ready to go. Doing kind of abbreviated out of the studio today, but tomorrow we'll be right back at it from Chick-fil-A, and we'll be there from 11 to 1, Chick-fil-A in Johnson City, again on People Street right down from Best Buy, and we'll be there ready to roll. So, Giants 2-year deal worth $20 million. Free agent center fielder Harrison Bader coming over from the Twins. Right-handed hitter's coming off one of his best seasons in professional baseball. So, Bader, who last season with the Twins and the Phillies, batted .277, 17 homers, 54 RBIs, 11 stolen bases, and 18 attempts. He's got some speed, too. And so he is now a San Francisco Giant for first-year manager Tony Vitello. So Harrison Bader going over from the Twins to the San Francisco Giants. 2-year deal worth $20.5 million. Hello, Jimmy Stout. Jimmy will know how many Joe Brady, now the new coach of the Buffalo Bills, takes him off the table. So am I thinking right, Jimmy? We've got the Raiders. Nobody wants that job. The Raiders, the Cardinals. Is that it? The Browns. There's 3 teams left looking for a head coach. Am I right? I know there's 2, Cardinals and the Raiders. I can't remember if the Browns named somebody or not. I know their ex-coach went somewhere else, Stefanski. I think went to Atlanta, I believe. So, anyway, I was trying to think. That's the 3 teams still got head coaching vacancies. The Raiders and the Browns and the Cardinals, I think. So, Jimmy will know. All right, this weekend, Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. It's the Cookout Clash on Saturday. You got the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying. It's here, folks. That's another good sign. Spring's coming and warm weather's coming. The Daytona 500 in 19 days. Kevin Harvick's happy hour coming up at 8 o'clock on Saturday evening, and then qualifying heat races on Saturday night at 8:30. Then on Sunday, the Cup Series last chance qualifying. I don't get all this. Last chance. Either you can do it. Hello, Diana Sells. How you doing, lady? And Courtney Daughtery. Thank you for watching. Either you can do it or you can't do it. Last chance qualifying is what they're calling this. So anyway, race days at 7:30, and the Cookout Clash will be at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, Feb 1. So this is the kickoff. Then everybody after this will shift, and I don't know what the weather's going to be in Winston-Salem. I can't imagine it being good. Hello, Bill Patrick, Daddy Bill. There's my man. You talking about a guy can fix a car? Whoo, he keeps me running. He keeps my little machine going. Daddy Bill, he's a dandy. So let's look and see. I'm curious to see what the weather's going to be Sunday in Winston-Salem. We're supposed to get snow here. So let's see here real quick. I'm going to check this out. I'm curious. Winston-Salem, North Carolina weather. Here we go. Well, Sunday, no snow, but it's going to be 27 for the high and 12 for the low. So it'll be it's going to be cold. Them pit boys have to be wearing their long handles down to the pits. Let's see what we got here on Sunday. In Winston-Salem for the racing on Sunday. What does it say? Hit this right here. Help me. Partly cloudy, few flurries of snow showers possible. High of around 30 on Sunday. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 in Winston-Salem, home of the Cookout Clash. Sunday night, when they drop the green flag, what did I say, at 8 o'clock? Yeah. Sunday night, the clear skies, low of 14. It won't be 14 at race time. It'll be cold. Winds northwest at 5 to 10. So, thank you, sir. Jimmy Stout, my stringer, my helper. So I am right. The Cardinals, the Browns, and the Raiders. Back here? Maybe. Maybe we can get this thing turned around. So anyway, it's going to be 30 during the day. So you're talking upper 20s. They start racing Sunday night at Bowman Gray. Of course, if you ask the drivers, would they rather be driving in cold weather or when it's, in fact, speaking of Bill Patrick, he's told me before, they're racing over Kingsport Speedway, those guys can lose, 5-10 pounds just sweating it out because of the heat inside the car and the heat coming off the engine. So I don't know what you'd rather have. For me, I'd rather be hot and try and cool down than to be cold and try and warm up. That's just me. So, but it will be cold either way in Winston-Salem on Sunday night for the Cookout Clash to kick off the NASCAR season. So then everybody heads to Daytona and get into the Clash, and or not the Clash, but the qualifying and the duels and all that, getting ready for Daytona in 19 days. Hard to believe. So it's here. Major League Baseball spring training and within 2 weeks. So, and you look and laugh and say, but spring football practice is not that far away for college football teams. I mean, they're doing their winter workouts now. A lot of them will be in March and April, which is a ways off. I'm not going to speed up the calendar, but just saying it's moving along. It's a good thing. So it is cold out there today, but it is going to warm up. And as I said earlier, if I run into somebody this summer when it's bloody hot like it is around here, and the humidity, we just walk outside and start sweating. Somebody starts complaining, I may just knock them out. So go back to January the 26th, for crying out loud, and how cold it was last night. And it's going to be cold again. It's down to single digits another night or two this week too. So, all right, got an auction going on right now at Collins and Company. He ships all over the country. I think it's so cool. He ships everywhere, and this auction is going on, started up yesterday. So it goes till February the 10th. It's a household liquidation online auction. Everything starts at $1 a bid. Craftsman riding mowers, gas-powered weed eaters, battery-powered weed eater, a Warner fiberglass ladders, bunch of them, or several of them. You got outdoor living, a patio gazebo, small patio furniture, 4 pieces of patio furniture, all this to bid on, starting at $1 a bid, $1 a bid. Multiple sets of patio chairs, power tools, Black & Decker bench grinder, a Cobalt wet tile saw, Cobalt compound miter saw, assorted battery-operated power tools, Craftsman, Skill, Ryobi. All this, just go to the website, collinsandcompany.info. Here it is, and it goes through February the 10th. Well, Tom, I live out of town. They ship everywhere. They ship all over the country. In fact, he has told me they ship overseas. It is a huge deal. When he does an auction, man, people jump all over this. So it's up and running now. It started yesterday and goes until, as I said, goes until February the 10th. Now, next Saturday is a live auction of a home on Tiger Creek in Roan Mountain, plus 14 acres. Let's see, what the size of this home? It would be a 1,300 square feet single-family home built in 94, open floor plan. Where's the bedrooms at? What's it say? How many bedrooms? Here it is. 2 bedrooms. Attached garage with additional storage. So 14 acres, private rolling terrain with complete privacy. Being a Hampton School District. Minimal flood risk. Peaceful, secluded location with paved road frontage. Love it. Here it is. It's called Tiger Creek Road in Roan Mountain. It's going to go up for auction on February the 7th at 10 o'clock. You can go to the website, check it out too, at collinsandcompany.info. So there you go. Well, that's going to do it for here. We took an abbreviated show. We'll be back in our entirety tomorrow. It'll be warmed up. We'll be out on the road. Out on the road. We're not going to be out in the road. Be out on the road tomorrow. We'll be ready to roll, and we will reconvene and start over and get trucking. Of course, all the basketball games that I know of tonight are canceled. All the schools are canceled. Talking about public schools, or most of them are. I'll go on record and say all of them are. We had a game tonight scheduled at East. That's been postponed. The redo has not been announced yet. We do have basketball tomorrow night. I'm going to guess we'll play it. If I was a betting man and I don't bet, I'm going to guess we got a doubleheader tomorrow night. Hope so. I'm ready to get back at it. Milligan and Montreat, big one. Elijah Breadwood scored 42 points in our last broadcast and was named the Appalachian Athletic Conference Player of the Week. They'll have Montreat, North Carolina tomorrow night. I would assume Montreat can get over here. What I've been told, most of the main roads are clear. And so they jump on those pretty quick. In this case, I'm sure it'd be I-26 for Montreat to come over the mountain. So we're anticipating a doubleheader at 5:15 tomorrow with tip-off for the Lady Buffs, tied for first in the league. And then the men game to follow. Men last week beat the number 12 team in the country. It was an awesome game, and so scored over 100 points and beat the number 12 team in the country. And Elijah Breadwood went off with 42 points. I'm excited about Milligan tomorrow night. It's going to be good. So we'll be there at 5:15 with the Lady Buffs and the men game to follow. Our next Cyclone game scheduled is Friday night at Crockett, although we're being told there's some more snow may be coming. So we'll see how that impacts going to Crockett, an outlying area of Washington County. We'll see what that does. But right now it's on at Crockett on Friday night with a doubleheader. The East game from tonight's definitely canceled, and the remake has not been established. So we'll see how that rolls. That's going to do it. Let's give you the verse today one more time. We always dedicate this show. Today it's kind of been a brief one, but we've covered a lot of sports. That's why we're here. Tomorrow we'll get our guests back in and be ready to go. But here is what we've got. Psalms 48:14 says, "For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide even to the end." I had to thank you, God, that we can depend on you anytime and all the time. And you're always there to guide us. So I don't see how people, in closing, I don't see how people get through life without depending on the Lord. I don't know what you depend on. I guess different vices. I don't know what people do, but I don't see how they do it. Everything going on in this world today, and it's, the book says, perilous times in the last days, there'll be perilous times. Well, it ain't going to get any better. What we're seeing now, you better enjoy it. Well, Tom, that's being negative. No, I'm not. I'm being a realist. That's what the book says. And the book says it's going to happen. He says, the book says perilous times in the last days. So I don't see how people make it without the Lord. But there you go. So you need to hang your hat on him. If you tried everything else, it doesn't work. I'm living proof. You need to hang your hat on him because he will never leave you nor forsake you, it says in Hebrews. We're out of here. We'll see you back tomorrow, ready to roll from Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. I can smell a chicken noodle soup from here, or some mac and cheese, or both. Out of time, we sincerely thank you, viewers. Wrapping up show number 2434 from inside the Tom Dillon Sports Show studio. That's the beauty of when the weather's not so hot. And Chick-fil-A yesterday was closed in the lobby, and so today I thought, we're just going to sit right here and do it for a few minutes. That's the beauty of having a studio inside your home. And so we appreciate you being with us. Like us and share us. And back tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Until then, we'll say, as always, we wrap it up by saying, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2434 today on this 27th day of January from the Tom Dillon Sports Show studio here in Tom Dillon Sports Show land. See you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Again, big game tonight, the biggie in college basketball. And number 5, Nebraska, number 3, Michigan. 20-0 Nebraska, 18-1 Michigan. What's that, 38-1 is the combined record for the two teams on the floor tonight. It'll be a heck of a basketball game from Ann Arbor, Michigan, home of the Wolverines. See you back here tomorrow.